the general. It's time for independence.
Hello, Liberia, and to everyone listening across the world. This is not just an auto conversation, this is a movement of thought. Welcome to Independent Minds for a Better Liberia, the platform where truth is not filtered, where ideas are challenged, and where the future of our nation is discussed with courage and clarity. Here we do not echo the crowd, we question it. We don't fear power, we confront it. And we do not accept silence, we break it. I'm your host, Monel Kishen, aka The General. Stay with us as we speak boldly, think freely, and work together for a better Liberia. Because change begins with an independent mind. Do you have an independent mind? Let's find out.
For a better Liberia. Independent mind. Let the people speak. Independent mind.
This is our show. The Independent Minds, you're listening, is for you and myself. It's for we, the ordinary people. We tired for these people fooling us. We tired. Come 2029, we will decide for Liberia. They need us more than we need them. Your vote and my vote are very powerful, so we should think out of the box. We shouldn't allow them to fool us. Anytime you want to come on the show, anything you want to say, the only thing don't cost. It is free. You're free to come on the show to say whatever you want to say. This is your show. It's for the ordinary people. It's not for the big shots, because they're sitting down, they're enjoying themselves. So this time we got to educate each other. I will learn from you and you will learn from me. And at the end of the day, we'll have a good Liberia that your children and my children, the woman in the market, the people who trying to send a child to school, will be able to do it. We will try our best. We will bring good government to make sure they create job for us. Our children will not be all over the street. So this is the independent mind. Whether you support CDC, UP, ANC, CMC, you have your own mind, your own thinking. Do not allow politicians to use you. Think for yourself before you cast your vote. We're tired with this two-party. This is General. Let's start the show. Good morning, Tuzon.
Good morning, General. Welcome to the platform.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, guys. Those of you are listening to us by radio, and I'm waiting for the guy from Grand Gita. I don't know what's going on. I sent him the link already. But anyway, my name is Munal Kishan, as usual, and aka the General, and this is the Independent Minds for Better Liberia. And this is a show where you can come on and express yourself and feel free. And the show is called the Independent Minds. I am not independent supporter. I support someone. I'm not an independent. I'm not. I got it to say I'm neutral. No, I am not, and I don't expect any Liberian to tell me that they are neutral people. Oh, I'm an independent guy. Yes, you are an independent guy, but you support someone. So independent people make decisions. And if you have an independent mind, you can still, I mean, the independent mind is something where you are not a party driven person, or you're not just following the breeze. So even if your party is not doing good, you can criticize your party for not performing. So that is why this show is all about independent minds. So yes, I am a supporter of Alex Cummings. So I don't want you to think that and I don't support anyone. No, I support Alex Cummings for president. And I pray to God every day that Liberians will think about it and will make the right decision. It's not about friendship, because if it was only for friendship, that means I'll be supporting someone else. But when it comes to Liberia, it's not about friendship. It's not about whether that's my childhood friend. They're all about Liberia, and we all need to be strong. So I pray for that every day. I say, I wish Liberia can make that this difference. It's not in a big party like A and CDC or UP. We agree, and UP and CDC will always be on top of it for now, because look, before they had NPP, there was NDPL, and there were also two-way party. All these parties make names in Liberia. And in the opposition was the Action Party, was one of the biggest party that everybody felt that Action parties were taking power. And they won the election in 1985. Everybody thought about it. Then NDPL, everybody was going to NDPL. Then Ellen Johnson came, she joined Unity Party, and Unity Party brought in the Action Party and the Liberia Unification Party. So you see, that's what makes UP to be very big. And CDC, they were just like any other party, but they were mostly based in Monrovia until NPP and LPDP joined them. So you see, these two parties, they are very big. We agree, grassroots. So Liberty Party, the ANC, the CMC, all these parties are very small. But the good thing about the opposition right now, the small parties are always with a good candidate. Yeah, always with a good candidate. That's why I asked the question earlier. I say why people are so uncomfortable when they hear the name of other people. Like when they hear the name Alexander Cummings, people are uncomfortable, especially the politicians that we know and that we see all the time. You know them and I know them. Why are we continuing to make the wrong decision like this? Why? Why are we doing this to our country? Everything that happened in Liberia today, we cause it. We are the voters. We cast the vote. And I always say this thing, they got two type of rogues in Liberia. They have rogues that will steal from you. They take your television, they check your phone, they break into your house, but yet you can survive because you can get all these things back. They are all material stuff. And they have the other rogues, they are politicians. They steal your future, steal your education, everything they take it from you. And to come back is not easy. And guess what? We put them in power. We vote for them. We vote for these people. So you think they are the problem? No, we are the problems. Liberians are the problems. We, the voters, those of us who casting our vote. And it is your right to vote. It is your right to support whoever you want to support. You owe no one an apology. As much as I support Mr. Cummings, we want things to be good in Liberia to make this competition strong. That anybody can just get into the presidency. Not anybody. Not because you're Liberian, not because you under the constitution you turn 35 so you can run. Yes, that's what the constitution says. But the presidency is something that you should be afraid of to even get into it. Today we see all kinds of people trying to run for president. Whether you good, whether you have done something in your community or not, you just feel that Liberia is a dumper that anybody can just jump in. I was sitting here, I can't just get up and say I will run for president. Let me be honest with you. I got to know what I depend on. I got to have an agenda. I got to have everything in place to know for me to run. But today we got 50 political parties. And it was 46, CMC making 47, Sir Joseph Party making 48. And they say Kano Barbara get party to that mean I 49. And there's another party coming up and make it 50. Most of these parties cannot even reach Kata. They can't even cover the entire Monserrato County when they campaigning. But trust me, they got members. They say because even the devil has followers. So you see, all these parties, they're causing the problem because of greed. Because some of them got a little small PhD, some of them got a BSc. They think they all qualify to run for president. They can't even produce one vote. And to be honest with you, the only party, the only political party in the opposition that have a clear blueprint that they want to lead is the ANC. Mr. Cummings. He traveled in the 73 district. How many of the opposition leaders have traveled in the 73 district? You can barely find, you can find none. The George Mada, President President Pwaka have never been to the 73 district in Liberia. Oh, yes, they went to certain counties. But, oh, the names are household names. Don't worry, Mr. Bwaka was there for 12 years, vice president, and Mr. Weah, professional football player. Who would not love President Weah? Some children don't know him. They just hear the name President Weah, have never seen before. But they got other honest candidates who trying, who giving you the platform. He gave you an agenda. He said, this is what we can do. Everything this man spoke about is happening today. They're trying to do it, but they cannot do it because you know what? That's not their plan. You know, when you have a plan and somebody try to copycat, it's not easy. When Mr. Cummings talked about a $1 billion, some people thought it was funny. It was during the President Weah term. Samet Tour and others were all on social media, on radio, criticizing Mr. Cummings, though he don't know what he's talking about. In no time, they raised the budget to 785. They complained. Today, UP government took it to $1.2 billion, and they were all on social media saying, well, Mr. Cummings will not contest because we already gone to 1.2. How you got to 1.2? What are you depending on to go to 1.2? You don't even know. So today, what happening? You're going to start paying taxes. They're going to put more taxes on the ordinary Liberian just because they must raise $1.2 million. So the old man who's selling kobo, we have to, oh, you don't know that one? The old man who's selling the kobo now, they can start going after you. Somebody who barely can meet, can find food for the family. Your lake kobo you selling now, you will pay taxes on it. They cold water, they try to collect every penny. And let me tell you, it will not help nothing. Taking money from the ordinary Liberians will not solve our problems. We have enough resources. When you put your act together, if you put things together, you can. The more taxes you put on the businesses or on the ordinary Liberian, you're killing them. Look, the people that are in government, they don't care about you. And why are you still giving them power? They are not your relatives. They are not your, if someone who is related to President Bwaka, related to Mr. Cummings, related to Mr. Bility, and are so personal, I got it because they are related. But why should I worship a politician? Why should I believe that this is the God that can solve our problem? No, look at the platform. For you to admire a politician, not about the name, not about what he got for himself. He make his money, the money for him. They're not your money, they're not my money. But look at his platform. Ask the question, with all the problems in Liberia, how will you fix this justice system? How will you create jobs? How will you fix the educational system? When he explains these things to you or she, then you can vote for the person. Then you can make that decision. Because it's all about Liberia. You can have 10 Liberians with 10 good platforms, but there's something in there. And you believe, like today, people are saying, if you put Alex Cummings and Tiawan Congo, that's a perfect team. Because Tiawan is honest. Alex Cummings is honest. One of them are lawyers, one is a businessman. But that is not my position. That is not my area to tell Tiawan Gonglo to go with Mr. Cummings as vice president. That's not my business. If it would ever happen, it can be between two of them. That's why I continue to tell Liberians, please, you can suggest, but you cannot just look at another person like how you say somebody, I know somebody will open the line and call and say, oh, we like Mr. Cummings, but Mr. Cummings should go with Mr. Weah as vice president, as if this person really must be president. No. Alex Cummings don't have to be president. But guess what? We will be the loser because we are the one pushing good leaders around. We are the one pushing good leaders out, pushing good Liberians. because we say, oh, they don't understand Liberian politics. What is in Liberian politics that you cannot understand? What there? The only thing that I would not understand in Liberian politics is because of the corruption, because I'm uncomfortable. I cannot stand corruption. I cannot stand corrupt officials or leaders. I cannot. So if that's how you consider this person don't have experience, or this person is not a because the person tried to say the right thing, or because this person not coming to you to give you money, because I've seen it before. I'm not stranger to Liberian politics. Liberians will look at you and tell you, Tuzon, stop the noise there. Put it down. Okay. Oh, this guy, nobody know him. Just because you eat 5 cents from him, he got to come here. But guess what? You voted for President Weah. He never went in your district. You voted for Mr. Bwakala. You never met before. You voted for other people. That's their luck. Maybe that's a blessing. But we try to hold other good politicians at a different level while we hold other people on a different level. We say Mr. Cummings will create job. Mr. Weah never created one job in Liberia, but you voted for him. Madam Salif did nothing in Liberia when they brought war, but you voted for her. Mr. Bwaka created nothing, but you voted for him. And today I hear people, oh, if Mr. Cummings want to win again, he should join the UP. Oh, yeah, all of them come around the pape, then they come around the president. How can opposition come around a sitting president when you're not part of the same party? Eh? Why are we so comfortable with hardship? Why can't we take the risks? Why can't we move? Even our leaders are not doing the right thing. That's why the citizens themselves are not doing the right thing. We corrupt, the officials are corrupt. Everybody trying to do this. People selling their votes, and the officials are buying the vote. You sell your vote for $5, that means just suffer for another 6 years. You sell it for $10, now you're locked. They're giving people money. Some people are still sitting to the same place after 20 years. Tuzon. What kind of people is this? Let me take a quick break. Tuzon.
Yeah.
We're on radio. You causing noise in your studio as if you're in a marketplace. Yeah, hearing the thing in my ear. Imagine the other people are listening to you, they're hearing it too. I don't want to do this. I can't be talking to you like this live on radio. It's not fair. But people hearing the noise like somebody washing dishes or opening the door going up and down. Please. I was getting ready to go to commercial to talk to you, but I don't like it. It's just a distraction. Okay. Let's take a quick commercial and let's listen to
Alexander Cummings. My fellow Liberians, one of the challenges facing our country right now is the issue with the border with our neighbor Guinea. About a week and a half ago, I issued a post on Facebook where I spoke to the challenges with Guinea and where I asked our government to consider 3 actions. One, to continue negotiating with our Guinean friends and brothers, neighbors, but to also engage the West African community and others in trying to resolve the issue peacefully. I also suggested that an investigation be conducted to understand the causes of this issue, what precipitated the issue with our neighbors, the allegations around illegal mining, It needs to be investigated and transparently shared with the Liberian people what happened there. But third and most importantly, I suggested that the government looks after those people displaced by this issue at the border. The most important thing we can do is make sure the citizens of our country do not suffer as a result of this challenge. And so I'm hopeful that all of these actions are happening. We'll continue to watch and monitor the situation. I ask all Liberians to be calm, be constructive. This is not an issue we should politicize, but we should work collectively to resolve. And I'm optimistic and hopeful that that will be the case. I thank you. God bless you, and God bless Liberia.
Okay, thank you. And that was Alex Cummings and with the advice. That's what political leaders are supposed to do. And again, Liberians, we got to think out of the box. We need good leaders. We need good community leaders. We need to vote. The citizens will need good citizens. We must be patriots when we try to do these things. We can't just sit back and allow Liberia to go down to the drain. We cannot do that, my people, please. That is why come 2029, we we must think out of the box. We have tried CDC, we tried UP, we tried these two parties for 20 years, almost 20 years. Nothing has changed in Liberia. You know, when the citizen cannot feel what you think is a change, it's useless. Oh, the country is good. Oh, electricity, they were crying about electricity. Today, we listen to some official who say when they let go, in less than 5 minutes, they come back. But now the current can go with no time. When the current go, they will not come back again until in the night. They get some people get in the night, they get some people in the afternoon. And in certain, when you ask someone, like I met a lady yesterday who just came from Liberia, so oh, I have current 24/7. So I asked her, where were you living? When she called the area, I laughed. I said, you see, you will get current because you are neighboring somebody that in government. You know what I'm saying? There's no jobs in Liberia. What's the job they have created? The president is aware there's no job. And we have a president who's been there for 49 years, who served government for 49 years before we elected him as president. And I want to applaud some of the UP members who speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? And some of the seditionists, they're trying their best, but they still believe that they should bring President We are back to power. And we all know President We are play his part. There is nothing if President We are, let me tell you that I know I can't get under your skin. I'm going to get under the sedition skin. As much as I would love to get your support, but let me be honest with you. This is called a tough love. Seditions, you want to bring President We are back to power. You believe that President We are will change, he will make it different. But if history can serve us, and I might be right or wrong, but I'm sure I'm right. I saw sedition in the street before during President We are time, calling on President We are to fire corrupt officials from his government. And he refused. I saw sedition calling the names of Matane Magay to fire him, Samet Twe, and the president refused. And we saw President We are giving jobs to people who don't deserve it, who are not even qualified. They have no experience. Why qualified seditionists was sitting, President We are gave jobs to people like he was compensating them. He brought in different breed. While some of you guys were in the dungeon for 12 years fighting. When it came to qualification, when it comes to smart people, yes, you can find them in CDC. I don't know if they are still there. You can push for President We are. He will go to the second round. But can President We are win the first round? We shouldn't be selfish. And to President We are himself, don't think that Liberia is your personal thing. Yes, the people of Liberia love you. Even those that don't support you as president, they still love you. But you think by coming back, Liberians, let me tell you, please, the best person that we can that can come back, that we can bring, that will unite us, that Alexander Cummings. Alexander Cummings. Maybe you have another name, but the CDC and UP bringing them back to power is just like you bringing two people back to power to pay debt. When you go to Ghana today, they got two parties that continue to dominate. But guess what? When the other party come to power, they don't fire the other people from the civil servant era. No. They can remove only the political appointee. They don't go after the other party member that they want to destroy them. In America, where they got two-party system, you don't see Republicans, only apart from Donald Trump, who try to go after his people who want to test the system. But thank God for America, they believe in the Constitution. That's the only thing that holds America. But in Liberia, Ellen Johnson was better off than President Weah and President Bouaka when it comes to uniting us a little bit, although she failed. But during the President Salif time, I saw seditions and people from UP entertaining themselves, talking French. They used to go to the nightclub, they go to party, they hang out together. People in the opposition were even on salary with Madame Salif. But these are professional. I consider Madame Salif as the political Maradona of Liberia. Now, when President Weah came to power, I saw that division in President Weah, whether you're lucky or not. And I will tell President Weah, I can look in your face today, I can say it anytime. He's my friend. He brought that division. And it's facts, it's proven. President Weah spoke to us on the pulpit. President Weah spoke to the nation from his party headquarters. President Weah having a program, only seditions are invited. And I am a living witness in the great United States. President Weah came to the United States and they put an announcement up from the embassy that President Weah wanted to speak to all Liberians in the diaspora. I attended that program and they put me outside. They refused for me to enter because I was not a George Weah supporter. And I stood up in that court and I said, I will stand here. But thank God for America, nobody touched me. I waited for President Weah to enter. He left. I called his name. He turned around and looked. Every one of them talked to me. The Eugene Namwe, the Galasco, they saw me when they were passing. Some said, but why are you stopping him? You are afraid of me because I'm not a supporter of George Weah, so I cannot enter a program where Liberian taxpayer money were used and they pretended as if it was a CDC money and they brought the track suits, man. You see? Now, when they had the other one too, UP allowed them to enter. But guess what? UP suppressed seditions from asking questions. So you see, they do it different way. UP allowed sedition in America to attend the program. But what they did, they suppress you. They say, you're not asking no question. They vest. So you see these two parties, UCDC come back to power, they will fire all civil servants who are UP people. Because UP firing seditions, only Alex Cummings can bring us together. If Alex Cummings make it in a second round against UP, majority of the seditions will cast a vote for Alex Cummings. If Alex Cummings make it in the second round against President Weah, majority of the UP supporters will vote for Alex Cummings. That is how everything is looking. when you look at all the polls that we did in Liberia from 2017, polls on the spoon, OKFM, Alex Cummings always come tear. Always. This is the guy who in a small political party, but he's so powerful. He's in a small party, but powerful. Right after the election, President Bouaka took an entire entourage, y'all met with 1%, visited Mr. Cummings and said, I need your support. This man got 1%. Why you want his support? President Weah took an entire entourage to Alex Cummings' house and said, I want your support. You never saw President Weah going to Apito. You never saw President Bouaka going to Apito or going to Akko. We all knew what happened during the elections. But because they know the strength, they know the value of Alex Cummings. So I can sit there and say, oh, Alex Cummings, Alex Cummings. Yes, it's true. I'm not lying about him. I'm not trying to praise him in a way that he don't deserve it. He deserves it. The same way President Weah is a star when it comes to sports. Alex Cummings is a star when it comes to the economy, when it comes to business. He's a star. Maybe we don't recognize it. But when you go to other African countries, if you go to America, you come to America, the first Liberian that ever sat on the World Economic Council, we're supposed to be proud of Alex Cummings, where they have world leaders talking about business and how to improve the world economics, the world economy. Alex Cummings. Just like you see President, we have a world best. Because if they don't even have the contact, that is why you see our government with all the experience and whatsoever, they don't have it. Then when I hear some of you guys saying that Mr. Cummings should run as a representative or senator to understand government, then you yourself don't understand government. If you say you don't have governmental experience, then I'm afraid to know, because the people with the governmental experience are not doing nothing. We see videos, we see people building their properties, using taxpayer money to benefit officials. And you sitting there and you still sing praising, you praising them. I listen to some of my friends, seditions, and they will call me on Messenger, we talk. But when they come on, they say, hey, I like Mr. Cummings, but let's just give President Bouaka, President Weah last chance. Is this thing of compensation? We already gave President Weah a chance. At the time, President Weah never had a record. We say, okay, let's try President Weah. So let me ask you, if you can try President, look, hey God, look, Liberians, God just love us. God just love this country. Even our pastors, and let me get on them small. Our pastors, some of them are so, they are disgraced. They're all looking for jobs. I listened to a pastor preaching that if anybody who against President Weah, God will take your life. If you're against President Bouaka, God will take your life. A pastor say, because I'm an opposition, if I oppose President Weah, so God should take my life. If I oppose President Bouaka, that means I'm not a good citizen. So, but I never tell sedition they are not good citizens. That only the ones there who don't know what to say, they just love to insult, so they call sedition names. And I say any day again, if there were only two parties in Liberia, only two, I would join CDC. Only two, I would join CDC. You know, UP members quick to call people names because they don't want quick to call people Congo, but they are the most racist people that you will ever find in Liberia. They are racist. Oh yes, y'all see what I want to say. They are the two-way party of our time. If leave with them, they will dissolve all the political parties. If there were no internet, in Liberia, some of the things they will be doing by this time, trust me. And some of them are so happy that President Bwaka is there because President Bwaka, the age limit, let's be honest, they not easy. The public have to take a nap. So they try to do everything to put him in that circle so he will not see some things. So they want to come the way he fire you. There are some good things going on, but it's still not enough. It's not enough. The people are not feeding it. The people are not feeding it. So come 2029 Liberians, it's up to us. If we want to keep the old system, then let's live by the old system. Maybe after 2029, we'll all make our decision too. So if we think that it's better for Liberia to be like a farm, that when John Brown is in charge, he bring all his corrupt friends and they enjoy just how the people were doing it before. We overthrew government because of rampant corruption. And we, the country people now, we all into it. Today is Saturday. So I'm just giving you heads up. We need to do better, my people. This is not, when you criticize the government, it's not about the individual. I'm criticizing Mr. Bwaka as president. I'm not talking about his personal life. He's successful. He got money. He got everything. President Bwaka, Mr. We are criticizing him as former president, that things that he did, they couldn't even go again on their own agenda. They just sing the song. They just cause noise. They just gave for nothing promises. They promise us things that they never deliver. Yeah. And also, and if you're in the area of Painesville, if you're in Painesville today, right at the right near the True FM, Mr. Cummings will be there today, speaking to the youth of Painesville. They call it the professional youth of Painesville. There's a program, and Mr. Cummings will be the keynote speaker. And I love to see this because Mr. Cummings, he's believe in the young people. That is why he always said, my first veto, my first executive order would be on youth initiative. The youth are our precious jurors. The youth, like Mr. Cummings will say, my future is already, I have reached my future. The young people, their future is ahead of them. The young people are the one that will change that country. If you listen to me, some of you people were born in 1998, some were born 96. You are now the leader of Liberia. You are now, but how can you do that? How can you get there? You need somebody to take you into that 21st century. And the only guy that will take you there, because he had the same mind, the innovation, the wisdom, the vision for Liberia, how a country is supposed to be like, because he traveled and see all these things, and he believed that it should be his country. Yeah. Not our leaders that just go all around and they come back and they only do it for themselves. Understand? Liberia's 2029 is around the corner. You think it's far. You think it's far and you think it's too early. It is not early to talk about politics. It's not early. We have different leaders. And in the oppositions, we need to come together. We need to stand up. Do not sit there, President. President Bwaka is going for re-election, whether we like it or not. They're putting everything in place that you people dealing with, and not CDC again. They're putting everything in place. Even the election commissioner that Mr. Bwaka appointed, a very close friend to President Bwaka. You saw the guy giving the announcement. He was there before. These people are not afraid to cheat because they know that we won't do anything. We'll just crawl, we'll just cause noise and go sit down. Because President Bwaka, that's why I say I don't believe in politicians. Hold on 1 minute, guys. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, guys, and I'm sorry, I have my correspondent at the program that I want to bring in on, and Tuzon, Tuzon, Tuzon.
Yeah, General.
Yeah. Okay. So what's how your era right now? How the era? We'll soon open the phone line, and and let's hear from our people. And how what the time is in what the time right now in Liberia?
It's 3 minutes to 11 o'clock.
Okay, 10 minutes to 11 o'clock, and I'm going to bring on James from Pinsville
Okay.
to find out what is going on in Liberia. So how's the current situation there, Tizon?
Still working on it. The current system is still poor. Some areas, Sunway community, I think for the past 2 days, no current. It's on and off, on and off. Yeah. So I don't know
So
about other community.
certain era now, they they come on in the night and some come on
Any
in
day.
the in the
And
day.
not only any day, they shy by hours. Sometimes certain community in the morning from 6 in the morning to 10, they take it. The other community from 10 to 1, other community from 1. So that's how they do. Yeah, hours after hours. Yeah, hours by hours. So it's bad like that.
And you see, and for those of you who are listening to us, uh, it's going to be tough in Liberia, so we got to be strong with all the things that are going around the world. But yet, and still, the government is not doing what it's supposed to do. They will tell you there's a problem in the Middle East, America is fighting Iran, and all kinds of things going on. But the government of Liberia, if we had everything in place, we should never have a problem. Let's be honest. Our population is not that big. It's not that big. Big countries will feel it because maybe they need more. But Liberia is a small place. Imagine Liberia getting current from Guinea. We had the opportunity to get ours. We had the opportunity to make our electricity better. But we just chose not to do it. When they were building it, when they were redoing the dam in Mount Coffee, why we had to go to Mount Coffee, we got all the nice waterfall, the Patawi waterfall, the Sigatown waterfall, the Kavala River. But we don't even know what is going on because lack of leadership and lack of vision. We are afraid to take the risks. So money is not our problem. Oh. Our problem is honesty and competence. Honesty, we're not honest at all. Our leaders are not honest. They lie to us because of lying, because of bad politicians. That is why other good politicians are going through hell. That is why Tiawan Gonglo is going through it because Tiawan Gonglo, nobody wants to see Tiawan Gonglo. They say, oh, the man too straight. The man is an honest man. He's not perfect, but he's honest. Even Musa Bilete is an honest guy. He's a businessman. So I would even consider Musa Bilete innocent. Because if you look at Musa Bilete was what? He's just a businessman. Everybody said that Musa, in fact, Darius Dillon, who were number one, and the Herod customers that Musa Bilete owe government $5 million. Why this government cannot prosecute Musa Bilete about the $5 million? So you see how they lie to us? They make us to turn against people. Bilete was a businessman. He make money, government make money. All the business want to do the same thing. The man make money. Hold on 1 minute, please. Okay, thank you, Tuzon. Thank you for that. Thank you for that song. And so all these people, they got other good Liberians right in Liberia. but we gave them names. We say, oh, the person corrupt, they better Mandingo man, they better this. That is why I stay saying again, that is why I like and I support Alex Cummings. Because Alex Cummings do not look at you, whether you Mandingo, you Pele, you Gio, he look at you as a Liberian. That's it. As a Liberian. He don't just jump on you and this person here, he don't hear myself from the same place. But you're ready, you're saying he Congo man. Just because God blessing you, Congo man. Yeah? What else you want us to do? What you want Liberians? What you want politicians? What you want from politicians? Yeah. Okay, Tuzon, open the line while we wait for James. If James come on, that's it. Liberians, do you think we should try another party? And I'm saying the thing again for 2029. You believe that these two parties, we are tired with these two parties. All they do is they force with each other. You think we should try another party? Be honest. Whether you from UP, you from CDC, or whatsoever, open the line too. So let's hear from our people.
All right, folks out there. Thanks to General for.
Wait, oh. Okay, hold on 1 minute. Let me bring James on.
Okay.
James, are you there?
James, are you there? You're mute.
Okay, James, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, James?
James, are you there? Oh, I think we lost
Okay,
him.
people, we're having problem. It looked like with internet, and as usual, we try to bring up James from. Okay, let's see. I think James is back on again.
Yeah.
James, can you hear me?
I'm getting. Are you getting me?
Yeah, we
I'm
can hear
getting
you
loud
loud.
and
We can
clear.
hear you. Okay, so what is going on there? How the situation right now?
Okay, thank you so much. I'd like to say good morning to our audience. We are currently positioned at the in Pinsville, where they got the Wiltonia Road, and specifically positioned at the Victory International School, where there's an ongoing program with the Pinsville Young Professionals. This is an initiative that is geared towards educating young Liberians, providing skill training for them in different areas, including leadership, entrepreneurship, and and some trade or soft skill, vocational skills rather, that help to prepare them for the future and to make them productive citizens. And Mr. Cummings, as part of this initiative, they normally have sections with different speakers or facilitators that will come to talk to the children, motivate them, and inspire them about their life journey, about a particular topic, or about something meaningful that they can learn from and take home as participants in this program. So Mr. Cummings happens to be one of the speakers or facilitators today at the section today, where there are over 50 students or participants here who have come and they are already seated awaiting the political leader of the Alternative National Congress. So he's expected to speak on leadership roles, different attributes of leadership, and share his story with the participants on how far he has come and what are some of those virtues of leadership that he has applied to his life that has brought him to where he is today.
Okay, that's good. But who organized it? Who are the who's the leader of that whole thing? Who organized it?
Yeah, so we just spoke with the lead organizer of the program, Lawrence, and I think that you guys, and he's expected to speak with us very shortly. I think he just made an announcement to his students that he will be speaking to us, and very shortly, maybe in the next 5 or less minutes, we will be get him on the program live to tell us more about this program and what the students stand to benefit at the end of this cycle or this cohort.
Okay, so and that is that place or it's a school where they train the citizens in a, it's only for people living in Pinsville.
No, it's open to everybody, all Liberians from all walk of life, regardless of your tribe, ethnicity, your location, your district, or your county. As long as you are able to, enroll or apply for a particular cycle or go through the process that they have, you'll be accepted and enroll into the program. And then after that, you get whatever benefit you're supposed to get.
So you know some of the programs that they carry
Yes,
on,
so
some of the things that they teach. Yeah.
yeah, so definitely, as I said, they do entrepreneurship, meaning they train you to do business. They, how to pitch a business, how to start up a business, just those business basic skills. And also they do leadership training as well, teaching you how to become a productive, a good leader and someone who can, take up the mantle of leadership in our country in the next few years to come. And there are other programs that they do according to them that help prepare the participants to become someone better in the society. And the issue is about changing the narrative. We normally have people around in communities, young people are vulnerable, they are not doing anything. Sometimes it's kind of expensive for them to enroll in some of these programs. But this program is a much affordable and it's something that helps them to, not be, in the community passive about, but to be here learning and interacting, networking with people from different backgrounds, from different communities. Lawrence, can we talk to you now? So we currently have the one of the lead organizers for this program with us. So let's just change the camera and then okay. So we have him here with us today. Are you getting me, General?
Yeah. We get you, but apparently you're breaking up. But I can see Lawrence right now.
Am I still live?
Yes, you are still live. How are you, Lawrence?
Okay, yeah. So we have Lawrence with us here today. He's the lead organizer of this initiative. Welcome, Lawrence, to KCN TV. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure to join you, and I wish you. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. It's good to be on your platform. I'm Lawrence the Yuga, and the city is pleasure to be on your show.
Okay,
Okay,
Lawrence,
Lawrence.
specifically, just tell us about this program. What's the process?
I'm here.
Yeah. So just tell quickly about the program. How is it like, and what are some of the things you guys do here at the Young Professional?
So basically, the Pinzio City Young Professional Program is a professional initiative that is launched under the Youth Office of the city government, and the primary objective is to help build the professional capacity of our young people across the city of Pinsville. So initially, the platform has been launched. We have 169 applicants, and 100 were actually engagement with our focus on leadership, entrepreneurship, mind development, integrity, and the list goes on and on. So for every edition, Mr. Lawrence Yelu from Accountability Lab that inspire our young people about integrity. We also have Pastor Alfred W. Mason from Crest Embassy that spoke about the power of the mind. And we had the mayor of the city of Pinsville, Honorable Best, basically about maintaining the sanity of the city of Pinsville. And today it is our hope and pleasure to join Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings. We're not just looking at him as a politician, we see him as a politician, we see him as a seasoned administrator and someone who has played a very strategic and pivotal role globally, managing as vice president of Coca-Cola, serving on international boards. So the young people of Painesville see it as an opportunity to meet one of Liberia's best, to share his perspective with young people when it comes to the issue of leadership, how he sees young people at the decision-making table. And we expect Mr. Cummings to tell the young people, what it means to manage a global institution like Coca-Cola, making his way globally and coming back to Liberia and want to make some level of contribution. So today we're hoping to receive Mr. Cummins to speak to our young people, to speak to the minds and consciences of our young people.
Okay, so you said there are 100 participants in this cycle.
Sure.
So you want to draw us through, like, for example, what's the process of application? And then after the program, are you going to give certificate to them?
So what happened is that we launched the link on social media platforms, share in various chat rooms. We make serious appearances on many radio stations across our country, including the regional radio, ECOWAS Radio, Truth FM, Force of Hope Radio, encouraging young people to apply. So we have 161 apply, but the program for every edition we target 100. So after the application process, you will have an opportunity to be interviewed, and right after the interview, the orientation, and then we officially roll out our training. And during the orientation, we had the vice president of the national oil company, Mr. Rick Basivia, also inspiring our young people. So that is the process, and consistently, young people will engage national leaders. Last week, Tuesday, we went at the police academy as part of our civil engagement. We met with the deputy commissioner, Mr. Moloba, who drill young people what is the process involved joining the LMP, what the LMP stand for, how do you build a community and police relationship. It was very interactive. So that is a process of being a part of the Pins of Young Professional. This program, at the end, you are certificated, and then our expectation and hope is that the skills these young people will learn from this training is to go back into their various community and help and see how we can develop our community as well.
So is there any fee attached to the process that you
So
follow?
basically just pay for your t-shirt, your cap, and automatically you are enrolled to a program. But you have to be selected before you can. When you get in the building there, you will see schools of young people who are attired in their t-shirt, in a cap. Those are all guaranteed t-shirts that we are using.
Okay, so are your participants only for high school, university? I mean,
Currently, as I speak to you, we have 3 high school students. We have 6 persons who earn an associate degree. We have close to 11 plus youth, and like 70% of them they are all college students, and 20% of them earn a college degree. Some earn bachelor degree in biology, chemistry. Some have degree in education, business management. We have one of our team member who is currently working at the Afriland Bank this year. So we have people from diverse backgrounds. But to be part of it is from 12th grade above. You can have an opportunity to be a part of it.
okay. So General, is there any question you want to ask perhaps so we can take leave of him?
Yeah, I want to know who sponsoring this program. Is it the city of Painesville? That's a city of Painesville sponsoring it?
So sponsorship is not limited just to the city of Painesville, but as head of the youth, it is a primary responsibility of the mayor to support youth initiative like we have always done. So one of our sponsors, we are Restaurant, a transportation institution that is based in the city of Painesville, the G2 Pharmacy, the JMB Foundation. Those are people who have chipped in to see how the young people of our city can benefit. Connect gas station, CEO Theophila Ma has been coming through, making sure the young people have water, making sure we have a soft drink, and just to keep the event going. But our hope is that we are still hoping to have more sponsors for the next edition of the Pins Young Professional Program.
So this one is the what? Third or fourth edition? You
This
said
is the official edition. It is the first edition. We have serious youth engagement, but this time, this is the first edition of the Pins Young Professional Program. This is the first time in the history of the city government to have such a program running, basically for young people in our city.
so. This is non-political, and I like what you said that you invited Mr. Cummins because of his track
So
record.
like I said,
He's not there
yeah,
as a
definitely.
politician. Yeah.
The program is non-political. Like we said, we have our application form. When you fill in that form, you're not filling in the form as member of ANC. You're not
Yeah.
filling in the form as member of the Congress for Democratic Change or for Unity Party, for ever political. No, no. We're not interested in political party. Our concern is that we want to preserve the future of our young people. So we see Mr. Cummings as a seasoned administrator and a leader. He one of Liberia's best beyond politics. We can boast of him globally. He has brought pride to our nation. So we thought that it is important to reach out to him. And Mr. Pume accepted our invitation. Not to say who are coming to speak to people from ANC, from Unity Party, but coming to help to build the minds of young Liberians. Because the next 10 years from now, we need another Alexander Cummings. In the next 10 years from now, we need another young.
Okay, he breaking up there. I don't know if you can hear me. And if you can hear me, I just want to know when Mr. Cummings will be speaking. Do you know the time?
Okay, General, you got it right.
Where he was breaking it, but I
Yeah, I'm
just want to
getting
know
you.
the
We getting you.
time.
Got it right.
No, he was breaking up. He was breaking up.
He's asking when is Mr. Cummings speaking.
Yeah, so Mr.
Yeah,
Are you hearing me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, give her 11:30 schedule. So I just spoke to him few minutes ago, and he is on his way coming. So he gave us 11:30 that he will be
Okay, so what
question like
time is
this
it right now?
a political battlefield.
What time is it right now?
He's speaking to the topic, and after that there will be question and answers. The Mr. Poli will call it a quit, and our hope is that we keep engaging him.
Okay, so thank you so much. We got to. He has to go because there are other things that he might want to attend to as the program goes on. So thank you so much, Lawrence. We will continue to engage with you as the program goes along.
Thank you so much, and thanks to the team. Those who are watching far and near, we are open to support. And again, we want to make this very clear: it's about the future of Liberia. Liberia is running out of professional young people, and those who are still in the professional spaces should come and help build the capacity of our young people professionally. So today, Mr. Cummings is coming to share his perspective with our young people who are seated and waiting for him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So James, you whenever and Tucson, what time you have there? What time is it, Tucson? James, what time?
19 minutes after 11 o'clock.
So I got 11:19.
So we are here up to 12 o'clock, and Tucson.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so and James, maybe you might come back on whenever Mr. Cummings arrive. You have the link, just click on, and then I'm sorry I kept you in the back. I was still looking for you. So just click on so at least we can carry it. But don't forget I need a recording, so we can.
So
Okay.
James,
Okay.
before I let you go, so how is the atmosphere out there?
Yeah, the atmosphere is good and everything is big calm. The students are in a very let's say very very joyous mood, and they
Okay.
are anticipating the presence of Mr. Cummings, because he's not just an ordinary person in Liberia, as Lauren stated. He's one of the few Liberians who have achieved globally, and it's something that every Liberian wants to emulate: his leadership style, his achievements, and his personality. So beyond the politics, Mr. Cummings is one person who is very good at what he does in terms of leadership and in terms of inspiring people to do, be who they can become in the future, because that's one of the best things anybody can get to any young Liberian coming up today. So the atmosphere is good and the students are prepared. They are seated waiting for the presence of Mr. Alexander Cummings to come and speak to them.
Oh, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And that's James. He in Pinsville right now by the True FM, and we'll be bringing him back on. And James, you can go around, maybe talk to other people and see. But I want to say I appreciate you and thank you very much. If you have any other thing to say, or as are we expecting you again?
Yeah, so thank you all, and we'll be back very shortly as soon as Mr. Kumi arrives. And we also will talk to a few students as soon as we get them, and then share whatever video or come back on the live show to interact with them and hear from them what they are learning and what do they expect at the end of the program.
All right.
All
Okay,
right.
that's good. So anything when you're ready to come in, just let us know. You can come in straight. Yeah. Okay, so guys, those of you who are listening by radio and internet and whatsoever, the guy, the Lawrence said something that struck me, and that is how I love to hear Liberians to think. Mr. Cummings is not going over there because he going to campaign. No, the guy said Mr. Cummings successful when it comes to leadership. That is what we want to hear from Liberians, and we'll continue to tell you guys. So I'm not making up a story. This man is successful. He's not a typical politician. He's not like the political. Most of the politicians are liars. They lie. But politicians are not supposed to be liars. No, politicians are supposed to be mentor. They are supposed to be people who will take you from one point to another point. They should tell you the truth. But in Liberia, our politicians and some other politicians around the world, they are liars. They tell you things that is impossible. But you will not hear Ellis Cummings lying to you. Now he's going to speak to young people. This is what we're looking for. Liberia is running out of brains. You see, people who are in leadership now, they're worse than the old politicians. They're worse than Backup Matthew, they're worse than Tipote. But we blame all these people for our problem. We say, oh, Backup Matthew brought a race riot. Backup Matthew, they lied to us. But these ones, they are lying more than anything. Now they are millionaires. Backup Matthew was never a 1,000 years. Tipote was never. But look at the ones today. Tuan Red. All these people were nothing. Tiawa Gonglo. They were nothing. But look at the new politicians. Look at them. They build more houses. Their account are fat. They're worse than anything. How many Liberians? They only during Toba time, when I was little boy, we knew about Toba brother, Stevie Toba. And who else? We knew about some of the Congo boys. But look at these people today. Eh? We got leaders now that build more houses than President Totman in 27 years. And y'all don't know that? We got leaders now in Liberia that got more houses than President Talbot. And they got more than President Doe. Madam Salif, I say, Madam Salif, I will give it to her any day. Whether she made a mistake, she never united the country and she couldn't fight corruption. But I still give it to her. I still give it to her. She got one little bit of her she built. She built one, her retirement home, she got it. But today you see other leaders with 4, 5, 6 houses. Oh yeah, they built condominium, President. We are built a whole compound. Mr. Bwaga Billy is who? In District 6, they're telling people to sell their houses. What sense it make? Eh? You tell people to sell your house. Oh, you got to sell the place to me because the president is living here and all kinds of things. Liberians, who are we? So you the citizens, open the line. Let me hear from them. Let me
All
hear
right.
from you. Heard what this
Okay.
young man said in Painesville.
All right.
Go ahead, open line.
Yeah, General. Before I open the line, Philip UK make a comment here. So I want to know your response to that comment. Try hard because 1% can't be president. Liberia is not a soft drink factory. So what your response to that?
Well, it's so shameful, and he just feel like speaking. You can understand two things. He either
Okay.
from UP or he from CDC. That's the same thing I'm talking about. When they
All
hear
right.
the name Ellis Cummings, they confused. But I don't think he read it. Maybe he out of some senses. Because if you can say Mr. Cummings or soft drink factory man, he's a sedition who listened to President Weah, who said you can mix two chemical and make soft drink. You understand? But this UK man, he only there to I consider him a distraction, and
Okay.
he has no vision and no he can't think for himself. He's not a thinker, he's not an independent thinker. Because if you will look at a successful Liberian and say this is not a co-club, I mean he don't even know who is Ellis Cummings. So I'm sorry,
Okay.
I'm sorry that you brought him up. I don't want to dignify him. These are the
Okay.
people then who will always remain the way they feel like. So I respect his view. He can keep it to himself.
Oh, thank you. No, sometimes we need to throw light on those things because it's good to respond to some of those things because at least other people will not be using it as a place of fun or all that stuff. But nevertheless, listeners out there, you're listening to the General. I want to say thanks to General for this wonderful presentation and to the edition of the program Independent Mind. So if you want to be part of the platform, the question here is, who do you think to become the president 2029? Who do you think? So if you want to be part of the platform is 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 or better still 0881 7988. I think we'll go to the phone line right here.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning and welcome.
I'm calling from Township of West Coins. They call me Mahabinuli Kamara. 2029.
Yeah.
To come. God blessing and God power. The only person I started to be personally is Josh Madam. We are because tonight doing polyagry.
Okay, thank you, man. Don't waste our time.
All right, thank you. 30 seconds. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, we'll switch on there. Welcome to the platform. Good morning. Yeah, your name calling for where? You sounding low. 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. I'm Abraham calling from Groville.
Okay, go ahead, Abraham.
Yeah, I'm listening to the program and I'm very, very much impressed. And thank you, people. This is my first time logging on to your platform actually and listening also to your media. But I'm seeing something actually with the similarity between Mr. Cummings and Mr. Ability. We don't have to make this country to be two-party system, CDC or either party. We need to drive other people.
Okay.
Because all of us are Liberians. I just want to give my opinion actually to both of them. Since both of them are business-minded, why don't they just merge and then give us one knockoff? We are actually looking for people who actually they work for the Liberian people and they are not liars. We are not looking for politicians. We are looking for real change. We are looking for real change. So Mr. Cummings and Mr. Ability, I think they can merge and do something for us because this country has played for almost 200 years and we are not seeing nothing, just lies. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll switch to the next person. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, my friend, brother.
Yeah, Likon P. Likon.
What's up, bro?
We're good.
For me, I think I have played a part. I voted for the CDC. I voted for the CDC from 2005 to 2017. And then the CDC, I went to the Native Party, voted in the Native Party, voted for the CDC. Now I have felt the leadership of this Labour Party for all the nation. I've seen nothing.
Okay.
And I just saw the business leadership from the whole party. So it is a level. I have made a decision. You know, when we say try is an honest statement for me. I want to say deliberate. It's deliberate decision to make an example president in Liberia. And the answer is simple. We need somebody with a managerial skill and a politician.
Okay.
Somebody said the type of program. Well, I want you to check a record. Whether there have been any detailed record. Says only said in that position as of past president, one, and that is the vision. Then you get come up with that decision, then I will declare another support for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother Likon. So we'll switch to the next person. Good morning and welcome to the platform.
Good morning, my dear friend, brother.
Yeah. Go ahead, your name calling from where? 30 seconds.
This is Jacob Doyle, and I'm phoning from town.
Okay.
And I say good morning to General in the US.
Yeah.
You know, the question will keep on repeating itself. We're only last, we're on this way.
Yeah.
Also, we'll make out of nature now, but General explain, but we're not going for them to explain.
Yeah.
So, I would say, if you have video proof of 100%, Kumi is my own brother, is my own uncle from the same town from Yero Weekend. He cut up my cutter, Jason Wendell. In fact, he's our traditional elders.
So whenever I see a things to you, I respect you a lot. Yeah, I know you feel to be personal librarian. As librarian, look now, for the geographical for the political surrounding of our country, Mr. Kumi, we all from the southeast and all librarians for the area of our feet on the ground. They don't do. I appreciate it. Although I respond to you on the issue of CDC, but for this coming election 2029, a letter was to help today. In Yamon, we are not in the race. I will go the way of Mr. Kumi, but in Yamon, President, we are in the race. I will go the way of President. We are. All right, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, and you can see those of you who are on radio, we will be going over to Painesville, where Mr. Cummings will be speaking to the young people. And you can see if you're on social media right now, so please share this video. And this is what our leader usually do, and give his service to the people. You say, but why Mr. Cummings coming to this place? Yes, because Mr. Cummings believe in the young people, he believes in the youth. And, you know, to see professionals, they call themselves the young professional of people, you know, coming up and all kinds of different trades and other stuff. That's a good thing. And you can watch that for yourself. So open the lines, keep the lines open whenever Mr. Cummings is ready to speak.
All right. Okay, we go to the phone now. Good morning and welcome. Yeah, good morning. Your name calling from where? Welcome to the platform. All right, you sound low. Okay, go ahead.
Well, we have one leader that do all they do. We have told you that he didn't go to high school.
Okay, can you just listen? Let's just don't waste our time. 30 seconds is enough.
All right. Okay, thank you.
You know, let me respond. Let me respond to that man. He said, President Weah told the truth. President Weah came up with an agenda. He came up with a PPP, the Propo for Prosperity.
Yeah.
The 14 military hospital is President Weah personal and project. He just jumped on and said, we'll do 14 military. He got up, he said, we'll do the park. So which part of that agenda that actually benefiting the Liberian people? Which one? The 14 military that even Tucson cannot even go to because Tucson don't have money to go there. That we cannot just go to because my relative went there. I know how much I spent. Just in less than 2 days, I spent over $600 just to go to that hospital. It's supposed to be a government hospital. So that, look, that friends, you want to carry it as your right to keep President Weah. It is your right. I'm not forcing you. I'm not pushing you around. But remember, election has consequences. So the way you vote, the way you make up your bed, that's how you're going to sleep in it. But I'm saying that we should make the difference. And while you're talking about President Weah, maybe President will not even run. I believe that he will not contest this election anyway. So let's see. Let's listen to.
Okay, so James Walker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So James, I think he. Okay, they look like they might be introducing Mr. Thomas very soon. So open the lines again. Let's hear from the people.
So number to call is 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. Who do you think 2029 to become the president of our republic? 2029, who do you think to become the president of our republic? So number to call is 0777.
And Tucson, you see the guy who just talked?
Yeah.
If we are not in the race.
General, let's go to the phone line. Yeah, good morning and welcome. Yeah, go ahead.
Yesterday, they said, men left. They took all the market, they carry. Never let them stop for them. They care all their markets. People get when the food and they can get to put it in your mouth. Never let them accept me to give it to them. And we are not only the better the house, the demanding people in their house. None of in that prayer that we are getting some people there. Place to go sleep. None of the thing we are properly sleeping there. In free. What all we are doing, what time we. None of this all do. Papa, what I
All right, thank you, thank you. I'll switch to the next person. Good morning and welcome. Yeah, your name calling from where? 30 seconds. Okay, go ahead. 30 seconds.
I'm in a country that don't pay a country now try aeroplane. A country is not try error.
Okay.
Not try error. Yeah. You see somebody put it there. That's the same thing you with Papa and Papa there. Everybody suffering. We have to forget what it is.
Okay, please, let's switch over and let's switch over.
Okay. So we need to switch over to James Walkway at Spinsville.
We'll always try to be responsive to anytime he wants to lead a talk, because the future of Liberia is in the hands of people. Let me also applaud you for being on time. I like to be on time. I like my time business.
Okay.
And in fact, I was worried when I was coming down. I was in the traffic. Like, I don't want to be late. Fortunately, we got here exactly at 11:30. This is the time Lawrence and I will start the program, and I will give my remarks. So again, I'm happy to be here. I'm impressed by all of you, the young faces I see, because you represent the future of Liberia. As you probably know, I think it's something around 70% of the Liberian population is under the age of 35. So I remind you, and all the young people, when I talk to them, that for me, most of the land is behind me. For you, most of the land is in front of you. You will decide the future of Liberia. You can agree to just go along with things as they are. You get the education, you get out of school, no jobs, nothing changing. Or you can choose a different path. Right? The other thing I always emphasize, and I'm still very happy that we have a lot of young women here, that is almost 50-50. Because the population of Liberia is only about 50-50 female male. Right? And as the Chinese say, we can't clap with that one hand. Right? You can clap with two hands. That means we need everybody, our young women and our young men, to move this country forward. The other thing that's important about it, and why I'm very passionate about really being involved, it is a fact that they say, empirical evidence, that whenever women are involved in the leadership of any kind of organization, government, business, NGO, those organizations where women are involved in the leadership, they do better than the ones where there's only men. So it's not that we're doing a women a favor by having them around, it's in our interest, right? That both young men and young women lead the effort to change that area. In terms of my own history, people mostly, gentlemen, let have a conversation like that, please. When people look at me today, they just see the person I am today, right? And I haven't done a good job of explaining my own history, how I got to this point, because I wasn't always successful. Right? I grew up in 8.4, first in Liberia. I went to demonstration school on Clay Street, government school. I went to CMEA, Methodist. Then I went to Connington for the first 2 years. Then I was blessed, I got a scholarship, went to the US, finished my undergraduate school. I studied finance and economics. I came back to Liberia I worked at LBDI, Development Bank at the time. And then again, I got fortunate got another scholarship. I went to graduate school. And while I was in graduate school and wanted to work and get some experience in the work local in Nigeria, it made it difficult to move back home. But I used to always come and go because in this country is where I see my neighbors being buried. And I have a lot of passion for our country, our people. I was very blessed to have worked for two big corporations in the US and did very well. My last job at Coca-Cola, I had global responsibilities around the world for most of the company. The budget I directly managed at Coca-Cola before I retired last year was over $1 billion United States dollars. And Liberia just hit $1 billion budget this past year. And we managed that. We didn't sustain that money. There's nothing. My whole life history is public. You can go online. You will see everything about it. No noise. We did it with integrity. We did it. And by the way, as a Liberian, right? That wasn't my father's company, my mother's company, and no family. We earned where we got. And I'm very proud of that history. Managing the complexity of that company that is global in 200 countries around the world. But still, this country called Liberia is where my energy, my passion is out of our country. My aspiration is not to be president. My aspiration is to change Liberia. And the presidency, is only a means to an end. I will be honest with you. It's the job is not. That's why I always say I'm very blessed in life. There is nothing that in the job that I haven't had or I cannot get on my own. So that's not the, but the job allows you to choose this country. And we gotta change that role for your sake. I was just in Ghana. The Ghanaians used to come to Liberia when I was a young man, like you in the 70s and 80s. And they go way past us. Our course next door is going way past us. Many of you are smart and educated, or you're in university, or you can't find jobs. That should not be the case. I'm telling you. Why is that we want to see some other course next door? Why are they doing better? They're not even smarter than you and I competed with Ghanaians, Nigerians, Americans, Chinese, Japanese, and we beat them. We can do it, we can do it. But it's about leadership. It's about people who have your interest at heart, not just their own selfish interest, right? And we can do it, but it will require that you young people demand. It doesn't have to be me if you decide you want to support somebody else. That's okay though, that's not the point. But you gotta demand change. You gotta insist. You gotta insist the government does things that benefit you. There's not any interest of just a few thousand people. Because there are a few thousand people, some in government, some in business, different parts of our society who benefit from Liberia the way it is today. And they will not want to change it, they don't want to change it. But the way Liberia is today, you are the ones that will be the ones to suffer. And maybe a few of you will become part of that establishment class, that what I call the political class. But unless we fundamentally change Liberia, the children of Liberia will continue to suffer. Over the last 10 years or so, the life of the parents of Liberia has not changed. Teachers, healthcare workers, police, military, civil servants, still struggling to find food, pay their rent, pay school fees. Many of you are feeling those challenges, right? We have tried UP, tried CDC, tried UP. How can I change? We have to do something different. We need different kind of leadership. How can I change it? And again, it's up to you, the young people, to do that. You know the way I describe the vision in simple terms that I want all of us to aspire to, right? In simple terms. You know, every Liberian rights now is simple food, right? People eat GB, food, don't rice, all of us eat rice. So when you think about Liberia, when you think about what I call the economy, we all eat from this bowl of rice. We want to make this bowl of rice bigger. We want to grow bowl of rice. And we want to guarantee every Liberian the right to put a hand in that bowl of rice. Because just think about it, right? None of us here choose our tribe. You don't choose to be Kino, Bola, Madino, Rebel, Congo, Vi. God decides, right? You don't choose your tribe. You don't choose your gender. Nobody chooses gender. I want to be a man, I want to be a woman. None of us choose the religion we're born into. So we don't choose to be born Christian or Muslim. Or whatever you're reading. None of us. I'm the oldest. That's not a choice. If you might be the youngest, that's not a choice. My point is, because you don't choose those things should not give you any advantage or disadvantage over anybody else. That's a right choice. And then Liberia we want to develop, we want to put out our rights, we want to guarantee every Liberian right to put a hand on our rights. We don't care your tribe, your religion, your political party, your gender, doesn't matter. What matters is what you can choose to do or not. So if you don't obey the law, if you steal, if you rape, if you kill, we're not going to get any rights. Because that's a choice. You understand me? You don't choose your color, your gender, your religion, your age. But you can choose to follow the law or not. And you don't follow the law, we're not going to get any. And we're applying to everybody. And then if you industrialize, if you're strong, you will eat more the rest. If you listen, you will eat less. That's also a choice. This is an idea we should aspire to. Let's make that woman less bigger. Let's grow the economy. Let's create jobs for our people. And let's guarantee every Liberian the right to put their hand up on us. And we don't care about your religion, your tribe, your gender, because those things you don't choose. God decides those things. And it shouldn't be a disadvantage to you or an advantage to you because it's not your choice. But it's what you do. That's what Liberian was right. Let's go make the world less bigger and let's guarantee equal opportunity to every Liberian. We will guarantee equal outcomes. If that's up to you. But the opportunity should be shared with everybody. That should be our aspiration. That should be the Liberian we want. And we can do it. One of my inspirations actually is the young people of Liberia. Sometimes when I get a little discouraged about Liberia, I have interaction with people like you who support the school on the young people road. I don't want to school, we just support it every day. It's named after me. But those young children, they are so smart. Sometimes I get up on this and walk around, and it inspires me and say, we cannot give up on the country for your sake, for the young people's sake. Because if you change the environment, you will thrive, you will do well. Given the same blessings I have, the same opportunities God gave to me, if you have those, you will do as well better than I do. But we have to be prepared to change the environment and do the work required. It will not happen because we talk it, because we wish it, because we pray. We gotta do all those things. It will happen because we do the work and we make the sacrifice. And then those people, again, who break the rules, they gotta get consequences. Those people who follow the rules and do well, we have to reward them. That's the level we aspire to. And having grown up most of my life in this country, schooling, education, I owe everything I am to this country. And this is why we want to work to change Liberia for the benefit of everybody. So let me pause and let me take some of your questions, comments, suggestions, anything on your mind, right? Because I can talk and maybe not answer any question you have. So let me just pause. Lawrence, you want to say anything? Or yes, myself. All right. So the young lady who are here first. Yes. Yes.
So, sir, I want to say thank you for watching us to take the right decision as a group of Liberia to take Liberia to another level. So, my question for you is this. You made a statement in the presentation that we have choosing CDC, we have choosing the UP, and our country is still at the same position. So, my question is this. Who do you rather think that we can point out that Liberia can be better? Because some of these politicians, they come forward with a platform of good words, of good work, and we hold them, and when they get in power, we see them time with them. So who do you think is the right person to lead Liberia?
Who is the right person to lead Liberia? Thank you. So, as you know, I did run for president in 2023, and I will probably run again in 2029. And I do believe that, given my experience, the skills I bring, that I can bring the change that Liberia requires. And as I said earlier, my ambition, the people think my ambition is just to be president. The ambition is to change Liberia, and the presidency is a means for them. And so, without being what they call self-serving, because that's not who I am. But as I look at the challenges facing our country, it is all about this thing we call the economy, about how we create jobs, right? How we create opportunities for all of you, right? My experiences, what I've done in this business, creating jobs, I think I offer our best chance to change that area. So that's a good response.
You know, this is actually what I'm thinking about.
So you know what? Let's just start in front of we just keep going. And then we'll come to this side. Thank you very much. So that means my question, my question, sir. My question is, as you have stated in your presentations, that you was opportunity to work with two global entities on a global level. Looking at 8 hours job, were you able to invest in something else? Or were you actually working as an 8 hours worker to obtain the kind of success and work you are actually accumulated to this level? I want to know an ego as a young man. Thank you. Thank you. So it wasn't an 8 hour job, by the way. I used to work 11, 12 hours a day in those jobs, right? So this is the advice I would give to you and all young people, is that, first of all, you have to be very determined, very focused, very disciplined at whatever you do. Whatever you do, you want to be the best at that particular job. If you spend too much time looking at other things and not concentrating on right in front of you, you will miss the opportunities that the current job provides you. So, to answer your question directly, I didn't have any side hustle, if you will, right? I focused on being the best at all the jobs I had. And they were not 8-hour job. They required a lot of time, effort, discipline, and focus. I had disappointments along the way. At one point in time, I got demoted, right? But I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I said, okay, I made mistakes. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I redoubled my effort and energy. I was determined I was going to overcome that disappointment, right? So whatever you do, try to do it well. That's why it's important that you try to find something that you enjoy doing. Because then it doesn't feel like working. When you like what you do, you enjoy it, right? And you can put more time at being the best at it. I also spent a lot of time always wanting to learn. I was always curious about everything around me, questioning, understanding. Even today, I learn something new every day. When you get to a point where you think you know it all, that's the beginning of your decline, right? So it's constant quest of knowledge to learn. I also, this one is a blessing too. I also was very comfortable with myself. I know what I know, I know what I don't know. So I'm always, when I started to manage people, build teams, I wanted the best team, the best people around me. They could be smarter than me, which is okay, right? But getting the best people, the best team, encouraging them, rewarding them, that's also part of how you become successful, right? Now, my path was to work for a company, but I encourage a lot of young people to kind of start a business. That's another way to go. That's another kind of hustle, right? And in the context of Liberia, we need a lot of you to want to start businesses. I want to encourage a lot of our young people to think about going to the science and agriculture, right? Technology, engineering, math. The whole world now is about technology, right? The cell phone here, taking my picture on social, it's all technology, all math, all coding. I want to encourage young Liberians to do that. There's four people that we support. We come with those STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, because it represents the future. And Liberians will participate in that. So, long answer to your question, but it's about discipline, it's about focus, it's about knowing you will make mistakes, but you gotta keep going. And again, everybody has a different path, but I didn't have a plan, so I focused on the job I had, and God bless me, I was successful. Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
My name is Kenneth Famo. Yeah. My name is Kenneth Famo. I miss you. Thank you for supporting our family, our grandfather, and there are lots we are here to learn from you. But I have a specific question I have read on before I forget. And coming from one of the background I read to human business management. You do a couple of private entity and now transitioning into the government space that is a corporate hero. Just only wants to ask and learn from you, Mr. Cummings. Based on your success story, the way transform over in fact, many are African home, how you intend to use our same structure or our experience structure to transform over 70 African leadership and how we apply as the systemic administrative model to entire administration and performance management when we relate to the current culture.
Thank you. It's a very somewhat complex question. I don't know very hard if you understood it, but thank you for the question. So the first thing I would say is that there is this belief that Liberia is so different, that something that works in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, the US, UK can't work in Liberia. It's complete nonsense, right? So, same Liberians, not just many Liberians, they go to the US, they go to the UK, they go to Kenya, South Africa, whatever, and they perform well. They follow the rules, they follow the systems. And somehow we come to Liberia, we think, oh, we don't have to do it, we can do things differently or whatever. Complete nonsense. Systems and processes work. They are important. And we can bring those things to Liberia. We will bring those things to Liberia. Part of the reason why Liberia isn't moving forward is that they're free for all. Everybody can do what they want, them to go beg, they ask for forgiveness. You can't do that. Processes, systems, they bring what you call predictability. You can repeat, you can anticipate, right? So all of those skills you talk about human resources, you got when you go to hire people, right? This is why I say when we go to hire people, we're not actually trying. We're not actually revision. We're not giving your agenda. We'll look at your qualifications. Not because you're my friend. If you qualify, you get a job. If you're not qualified, you don't get a job. That's what we did in the human resources management. So whether you are Nigerian, Kenyan, American, Chinese, we look at your qualifications. Those, and then you have to, so I can't treat my family different. Or my friend, then it doesn't work. Right? Am I making sense? That because you're my friend, if you qualify, or if you're not. So those systems, those processes, you cannot apply to them. You know, I heard today when somebody steals, there's a Russian issue. Then everybody go back. The measure people do this, cause the system. No. That be part of the tough things you gotta do. So your question about human resources management system is about consistency. It's about treating everybody the same. It's about rewarding behavior and punishing bad behavior, no matter who that behavior comes from. So because they have a fellow remote person, it's not an excuse. Right? So and the point is, Liberians do well and thrive. They are part of the national Liberian United States. And they'll follow the rules. But then when they come here, everybody wants to do their own stuff. That consistency is what will be the difference. Let's take a minute.
I want to ask a question. Can you ask me to say that your team is not so the young boys in your team is one transform Liberia? So I want to ask, as a group leader, do you think it's necessary to wait until you let them people transform Liberia?
The answer is yes and kind of yes and no. The yes part is that as a private citizen, as an individual, there's really so much you can do. There's maybe I can help and I have help a few thousand people. But there are over 5 million Nigerians. And if you want to change and impact your life of the 5 million Nigerians, the first lesson is a job. You're doing it. If you become senator, if you become representative, if you become minister, you can't fundamentally change Nigeria and we can fundamentally change the country. So again, the reason why I want to be president is not just because to be president. I want to use a job to change the country for the 5+ billion Nigerians. As a citizen, I have done a lot to help people. I'm very proud of that. I'm very blessed to have done that. But the 5 million Nigerians that we help today, right? The government, if it's fully staffed, maybe they will hire 70,000 people and that's still too big. But there's over 2 million Nigerians that need jobs. Literally. And the way you create a job is The president said to fix the economy so that when you want to be out of school, you'll be in school. Or you're looking for a job and you can find a job. As a parent today, I can't do that. I can create jobs for a few people, but I think that's what I do. So the reason why we aspire to be president is not just to be president, but to use the job to change the country. So that we can create opportunities for all of us. We got to come on this side. We'll come that way. And we're not getting every person today. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your situation in regards to leadership and inquiring. So I want to know from your angle, what will you do differently? Like, I will not say from the executive because I'm a resident of India, this city, and I've been following the media, following the regulation of details of rules, law and regulations that are not being going on rightly. So what will you do differently if you then transcend as president? What will you do?
There are, we take the last two questions. We have a boarding session and that's important to let us talk and share. So we'll take 3 or 4. Okay. Oh, no, we're not going to take all the questions. Right? So there are so many things that here, let's get this in our place. There are so many things that we need to do different. And I will list a few. Is a very good question. One is we will focus on what I call the rest and soup issues. Meaning, we want to make sure that every Liberian feels a difference in their life. So, simple example. Today, the budget is currently not over 1 billion. This is a good thing. In fact, I predicted in 2017 that the Liberian budget should be $1 billion in 2 or 3 years. So they reached it. But you know what they're doing? They're allocating the budget the same way they did in the past. So instead of paying teachers, healthcare workers, police, military, civil servants, people that actually do the work, instead of paying them more money, they pay the legislators more money. So they're allocating 55 million United States dollars, 50 something. So 103 people, 30 senators, 7 representatives. That is crazy. That is obscene. The national security budget went up by more than 50%. So my point is, what we do different, we allocate the money differently so that teachers, healthcare workers, military, civil service, they will see a difference in their life. That's where the impact is. We will focus on job creation, right? We will look at the taxation, the regulatory environment, right? The judicial environment, so that we can encourage the investment. We can encourage foreign direct investment. Today, we import everything we consume as a country, which is apple. We import it from outside. Liberia should be the one doing the importing. Listen, man. Liberia should be the one doing our importation. It shouldn't be the foreigners. Because importation, you can be an importer. Importation is not a service. I import for $10, I sell for 20. I import for 20, I sell for 30. You can do it today. If we give you the money support, you can do it. We'll make sure that you use that want to do that, right? So that then you will benefit yourself, your family, and will impact the country. I mean, there's all these things that we will do differently if you have opportunity, that the average that you will see a difference. That for me is the important part. roads are important. Electricity, we're gonna do that too. But I want the average person, the ordinary, the common person, to see a difference in their life. That's what we focus on. That's what we work with. That's it. That's the word.
Noah?
Thank you, Mr. My question has to be a question for all the years you work for. What is one of the biggest risks you are not taking sense of sending us the finance person and put in your family? If so, if you are reached that model to improve over the factory, then how can you transform that growth in that manner? So for clarity, thank you for the question. Just for clarity, my job wasn't Coca-Cola factory yet, right? This is clear. My job was global in all 200 countries when Coca-Cola has a presence. So I have responsibility for most of the company around the world. Just to clarify that it wasn't the point here. But we did a lot of things that delivered results. And again, I'll give some examples. When I took over, I was at one point head of all of Africa for Coca-Cola. When I took over that job, most of my direct reports to people running the business were non-Africans. They were from Europe, the US, other parts of the world. I changed that within about 2 years that most of the people who were running the continent were Africans, including a few Nigerians. But they were Kenyans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, South Africans, one or two Liberians. Part of my leadership team, they changed the leadership. Because when you get the right people, right, the right team, you get the right cabinet, the right people, they will do the work to change the market. So we changed it. And we took a risk. Because this is a global company, a US-based company, they were used to seeing their own people running it. We said, we'll take a chance and we'll hire Africans to run the country, and we did that. So that was one big change we made. Another example of what we did that made a difference is we held people accountable. People that did well, they got rewarded, they got promoted. People that didn't perform well, they got the consequences of that. That's another thing we did differently. So my point is, those are examples of things we can do. Get the right team of people, reward them well, consequences that people perform, put in processes and systems that everybody has to follow, including me as a leader. We do those kinds of things when we begin to change our country. We'll take one more from this side and we'll come back and we'll take one or two again. And then I do have another one.
Yeah, pleasure meeting like you. Thank you for coming. I know most when I serve a key person 2017 for the three-year election in my given country. But the sad part of it, third party always suffer. That means so you get to the hair to bring us strategic plan, other things, it's very difficult because those that are around the hair, sometimes I would like to say it's all the hair. And this is my point, and my question to you as the expiring comes 2029. Liberia now is facing a lot of crises, which of course I'm aware of three cardinal ones: the security sector, the health sector, and the education sector. If you look at the education sector, teachers are being unpaid. If you look at the security sector, most of the security services are being conducted due to less amount of pay. If you look at the health sector, a lot of people have been dying
due to less amount of people as an experiment comes politically. Do you need to wait to be elected before teaching our vigorous, carnal, sexual department so the betterment of Liberia and betterment of our people? Because I read it with you, I believe that you have customers in all those African countries. So before we go to do we believe we can start working on our things before that? Thank you. So let me put a question back to you. By the way. And I will ask you several questions. Let's talk about it. So, as a private citizen, what do you think I can do to affect the healthcare or the security system in the country, right? I can do that in build a clinic that will impact a few people, right? But no, let me finish that. No. And I'll also ask you the question too, what did President Walker and President William do before we elected them that impacted any of those things you talked about? My point is the question was asked earlier. I have done a lot in my personal capacity to help Liberians. Scholarships. I've done medical supplies to almost all the major hospitals in Liberia. Fact. Hundreds of scholarships were provided to help the Liberian people. Provided general computer lab, AMU, the computer lab, supplements. We put those things in place. I will go to a long list of things. So I'm waiting to become president. I've done those things. But as a private citizen, there's no way I don't have enough money to impact systemically the issues in healthcare. So in healthcare, as I said, we try supplies, equipment, medicine. In education, we've got scholarships. So we don't know things. But has that impacted the majority of Liberians? You can't do it. You have to have that job for president to impact everybody. No one Liberian got enough money to impact the entire country. But I'm very proud. If you compare my list of things, I will start carrying my list of things I'm going around. If I compare my list of things compared to one president, we had one president already before we elected them, it can't even compare. But yeah, we give them those jobs. All right? So we take 2 more years because I really have another convention I have more time. So we take this young lady, she ready to ask a question.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Gomez. My name is Mike. Our community of business. I really want to know as a successful man, you are what the better skills you use in managing your business.
Thank you. So, first of all, you have to make sure you understand how any business you want to start, how you can make money in that business. What I call understanding the economics of the business. How can you, like, whatever the idea in the business, how can you make money? You also gotta be clear on how whatever you're selling or the services, how is benefiting people that are gonna buy it. You gotta understand that so you can deliver that service or that product consistently to the person buying it, so the experience can be consistent. You have to make sure you get 1 or 2 other people, small team of people to help you. Right? Things that you don't know because nobody knows everything. So getting again 1 or 2 other people that you can trust that can work with you so that together can develop the business. You also have to, I often say some people, and I hope you understand this concept, some people want to have what I call 100% of $1 instead of 50% of $2. So they happen to have only $1 instead of $5. As a business person, I always thought about who else can help me make my business bigger. I can share the path with them, but if rather than only giving $1, if together we can bring $10, I will be better off and make more money. in doing that, right? So those are just some examples of the things as a businessman. By the way, another example, I'm an investor in two businesses in Liberia. One is well, one is not okay. You know why I don't talk about those businesses? Because if I do, people will go after them. They'll say, oh, that one is business, that politics, and they'll go after those businesses. And it will be unfair to my business partners, right? But I'm invested in businesses that create jobs in this country that I'm very proud of. We'll take one more because I have to go. So you guys, Larry, choose the one. Yeah. I've been an opportunity to see us honorable communities of question is a pleasure, and I appreciate your time being here. My name is no confidence, I will not recognize. So I would like to present for the important time. I want to understand as a young leader, you've been in a leadership position for a very long time. What's your advice or what's your inspiration to the younger ones that are coming up? The younger ones who are facing difficulties in a rapid changing world. Because now we understand that when you're actually building a capacity, you don't do it only for Liberia. You don't only have the passion to change Liberia, but what would be your impact to other people that are coming after you? So I want to know what's your advice, what's your inspiration to other leaders that are coming up? So my advice to young people, to people coming up, again, is to one, have a vision for yourself, some aspiration for what you want to do, to be persistent, to be resilient, to not give up. You only fail when you give up. So that persistence. To care about people around you, don't think just about yourself. Don't be selfish. You know, there's a saying, my mother used to say, when you keep your fist closed, nothing comes in. If you're open, things come and go. So helping others, being when other people are successful, it actually makes me happy. I don't envy that. I encourage that, right? So I encourage young people to be open, to support each other, to be happy for each other's success, to work hard, to be disciplined, to be focused, to not give up. You know, many Liberians, when they start a business or opportunity, whatever, they always start to plan for failure, they start planning for plan B. One of my blessings is I never assume I will not be successful. I may not be, but my focus is on that objective, that focus, that information. So I encourage that. This people say I took 5 minutes, I didn't do 1 way. This is the last question, right? I'm ready. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm blessed to be the last person. And I've been following you since 2017, and you're there. Also, I will come and share also with you. Do some and we can still there. And we're beautiful and very far member of the ASC, right? I don't have a question, but I always have this in my mind that from 2017 debate, when you win, the way you were able to explain and answer our country's problem, some of these questions that you answer, they have carried me to the extent that I wish I have the power to just make you have a system of government to change and make you the supreme leader. Because like you always say, continue doing what you want. While instead of our representative, we should be taking money from the budget and be paying them. There are a lot of things that we our citizens supposed to pay them and change certain system so that certain people like you have always love that you still look young. You still look young. I tell you what is the secret there. I said, don't not yet I won't have a business school. But I see you today, I said no. But that's when I think, yeah, we go again. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. it is a very good way to end a conversation. I appreciate your comments very well. I still don't, it's a blessing, right? But I do exercise, I do watch what I eat, but it's a blessing. I always give credit to God for who I am and what I am. A lot of successful people take too much personal credit for where they find themselves. 99% of who I am, what I am today is because of God and providence. And it's maybe the 1% stuff I've done. You're absolutely correct. The 2017 debate was when people really started to listen to me. Because many of the things I predicted would happen, including this 1 billion budget. I said, and people, oh, it can't happen, right? And it could have happened years ago, by the way, if we manage it differently. So let me thank all of you for coming today. I apologize, we can't answer all the questions. I do have another commitment, and I'd like to be on time. There's a group of people that I'm hosting, all the way coming from Basel, at my house at 1 o'clock, and I don't want to keep them waiting because they came all the way this morning. But yeah, thank you, Lawrence. Thank you for this opportunity. We can organize something again that makes sense. So those questions we didn't get answered today, maybe in the next few weeks, we can come back and do something different, answer those questions. But I like the energy. I like the enthusiasm. I will leave you 20,000 years to buy something.